Welcome back to Death End Request Episode 4. So, last time, we were in the middle of a cutscene, I saved it, stopped it. So we're going to continue going through. This game has a long intro to it. And speaking of intros, Episode 1 aired yesterday, or 2 days ago. Ended up getting hit by a copyright claim, the intro song. So I just had the YouTube's system mute that audio that was part of that claim to get the video back up because it took down my entire video. Just because that song was at the beginning. So that's why when you watch episode 1, it is silent in the intro. But going forward, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and comment down below. And if you're new to the series, welcome. There's a link to the playlist in the description down below. Again, that beginning is silent because, well, the Content ID system flagged it. And instead of just doing their little, this video may be monetized for that person, they just was like, nope, it's not going to be up on YouTube. So I removed that audio and it went back up. And there goes my phone, so I'll be back. Okay, and sorry about that. You probably didn't see a transition because, well, there's really no reason for it. It's dead silent, and I have done nothing on screen. But yeah. So, let's go ahead and get back into it. I look at the palace. Bad memories came flooding back to me, and I ran back outside. I forgot the auto control. Controls, auto is R1.
I'm so sorry. It was not my intention to startle you. Wait, aren't you this girl? Looks like the one in that torn painting inside of the palace. Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me. I must apologize for approaching you like this. My name is Lily Hopes. What? I recognize her. Lily was an NPC that I created to serve as a guide for new players. I don't remember her wearing this outfit in her original design, though. Do the bugs have something to do with this? Wait a sec. She has a buggy just like I do. I'm Sheena. Sheena Ninomiya. Might you be the princess of this kingdom? Huh? Yes. As you said, I am Hardis' princess. Currently, however, I am one of its most wanted criminals as well. Criminal? I was locked behind bars in a cavernous cell, charged and imprisoned for assassinating the queen. Now that she mentions it, I remember writing this dialogue for her backstory. I somewhat regret being responsible for the struggle she's faced. But in reality, you are as kind as a gentle ray of sunshine. A stern, selfless woman who is beloved by all, whom I know would never do such a thing. What? Oh, I'm not from this kingdom, but that's what I've heard about you, Princess Lily. Please, Lily will do just fine. Understood. Lily it is. I can't help but express some relief to hear that. It has been some time since anyone has referred to me as a gentle ray of sunshine. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you just escaping from the palace? Yes. Why do you ask? Did you see my father, the King of Hardis? I wish to know what became of the king and everyone inside the palace. Please, tell me everything you know. After all the cruelty she's faced from her sentence, she still expresses concern about the king and his warriors. From what I have gathered, the king has been amassing guards in order to counter the growing threat of deranged martyrs around the kingdom. However, many of those who flocked to heed the king's call never returned to tell the tale. I have tried fruitlessly to enter the palace to see it for myself, but entering as a fugitive is close to impossible. I humbly beg of you, Tell me what you saw inside of the palace. What became of the king and the men in his command? I'm afraid you won't like what I have to say, Lily. Devil may care, I must know. Okay. I wandered into the palace because I heard that the kingdom was in need of guards. Much to my dismay, I called out in search of an attendant and received no response. Right from the get-go, things seemed abnormal. The king, was he safe? I, saw the king in his throne room, but he was shrouded behind a curtain, so I didn't get a good look at him. I can say for certain that something about his demeanor felt off. In what way? His mind was slipping. The king was all wiry, and all of his soldiers seemed to follow. Before launching into an aggressive pursuit, the king and his men screamed absolute nonsense at me. I think it was the bug. I mean, it must have been the curse that drove him to madness. Curse? You must be speaking about the Antoma. How could this be? Is no one safe in this cruel world? Miss Sheena, since you had responded to the call to serve as one of our kingdom's guards, I have a favor to ask of you. As princess of this kingdom, my responsibility is to free my people from their suffering. This turmoil can no longer stand. First, I must see what has become of the palace myself. Miss Sheena, is there any way that I could convince you to accompany me? Sure. I know that it is a lot to ask for, but... Huh? Wait, did you say you would? Well, bravery means doing the right thing at the right time. So just leave it to Sheena the Adventurer. Oh, thank you. I can only imagine how worried you must be after being separated from the king for so long. The king is probably experiencing a lot of grief as well. So let's hurry, Lily. Okay.
Da 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 da. So now we've met our second person, Lily. What the? The entrance is sealed. There might be another entrance around the back, right this way. Ah, they don't call you princess for nothing. Let's head to the throne room. Hurry! I have no idea why I have a slight Mickey Mouse tone in that. Okay? Huh? Say, aren't you Sheena? What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh, Rook, what are you doing here? Man, if I had known you were heading this way, then we could have traveled here together. Don't be so shy next time. Alas, it was not in the cards. Huh? When we had our first encounter, I was actually en route to another kingdom. Between you and me, there are plenty of rooks throughout this world. Wait, what? Plenty of rooks? What do you mean by that? You see, originally there was just me. Ever since this thing latched onto me, however, the most outlandish thing has been happening. You're right, you've got signs of the curse on your arm too, Rook. When I became possessed by this, whatever it is, I've somehow been multiplied. Multiplied? There are multiple versions of me scattered across this world. Remarkably bizarre, but if I do say so myself. Luckily, I retain control of each and every version of me. A singular consciousness at the helm of multiple bodies. Oh, that would drive me insane. Frankly, I see it as a blessing from the Lord. What better way to expand my business than with multiple merchants that I can trust? Does having multiple versions of yourself ever get to you, though? I'll be lying if I said that it doesn't, but compared to how others have been affected by the curse, I have no room to complain. Oh, seems like Lily is really confused. Mizunaishi had mentioned before that multiple versions of Rook were appearing as a result of these bugs. The bug is producing multiple copies of him. Precisely. Huh? Where did this bear come from? Lines of code enabling Rook to fast travel between locations have been corrupted. Instead of teleporting him, the game is simply making a copy. Oh. Mr. Enigma, you can't just appear out of the blue and scare us like that. Look how you startled Lily. Who cares? I have no time to worry about every time someone else gets upset. Jeez. Has a new customer come to browse my wares? Oh, I'm Enigma, the bear. Don't worry. I'm not a threat. Right, Sheena? Alright. He's a friend of mine. She has a talking bear as a friend? Apologies if I scared you. Please don't mind me. Continue with your conversation. He's so cute! Sheena, might I make a suggestion? Suggestion? Yes. As compensation for you having saved one version of me from a pack of vicious monster, I would like to offer my services. Would you do me the honor? Wow, of course. On your map, I've marked a symbol showing where each of my clone selves is. There are safe zones where miters rarely appear. You are free to make camp at these locations at your leisure. I'll also give you a signal so that you can summon me at any time. I shall stock my wares frequently and cover any of your needs and on and off the battlefield, so be sure to check back with me often. Got it. Thanks a bunch, Rook. No need to thank me. I should be thanking you for the increased business. Ha 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 ha. Rook? Yes, my lady? Oh, please, just Lily is fine. I'm in no position to answer by my royal title. But, please. Very well, Lily. How might I be of service to you? Do you happen to sell anything that I could use as a weapon? A weapon, you ask? Please don't tell me you're thinking about entering the fray. These are dangerous times, my lady. My heart is already decided. Even if it means putting myself in harm's way, I must show bravery. I do not plan on sitting idly by while Miss Sheena risks her life for me. Lily? Then how about this? It's an elegant weapon, one that would keep you a safe distance while offering a means to protect yourself. My, what a gorgeous bow. I can't believe how light it feels in my hands. Many thanks. I would be honored to use this. How much for it? Oh, please. I couldn't bear to accept money from the princess herself. Take it. I insist. No, I must pay my dues to honest merchants like yourself. As a member of the royal family, I cannot rest on graces and deeds of good people. In fact, I refuse to do so. What was that? So your reputation precedes you, my lady. You are wise beyond your years. And if I may accept my gift at a lower rate than what my customers usually receive, consider it a gesture of faith to the crown. Oh my. Is this what my subjects refer to as a discount? Indeed, a token of goodwill for you and your journey, my lady. How wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully this will do. Huh? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I've acted out of turn. I thought this might be acceptable response for your generosity. I apologize. Ritual and customs amongst townsfolk are somewhat foreign to me. Oh, not at all. I'm merely humbled that you would show such kindness to a lowly merchant like me. Now, everybody, please travel safely, and hopefully our next meeting is sooner rather than later. I shall await your signal. What a gift to be a dozen places at once. Machina, I hope I haven't stepped on your toes when I expressed my interest in fighting alongside you. However, as the Princess of Hearthus, it is my right by birth to act in the best interest of my people. Teehee, thanks, Lily. But if we're backed into a corner surrounded by monsters, then try not to act too rashly, okay? Okay, I understood. Are you sure I can fight with you, though? I thought for sure you'd refuse me. I'd never do that. The more the merrier. Oh, and please call me Sheena. First names will do just fine for the both of us. Okay then, Sheena. Lily! You're making me blush. Hehe. Now our friendship is official. Friendship? Ahem. Mind if I chime in now? I hope I'm not interrupting your lovey-dovey display. Lovey-dovey? Psst. Be more careful, okay, Sheena? Mr. Enigma. Don't give yourself away. I can hear you inside my head. I'm using a private voice chat so that the others can't hear me talking to you. You can speak using this chat too. Just picture my Enigma avatar in your head and communicate with me directly. Give it a shot. Again, I reached my standing goal on my Apple Watch while sitting, recording a video. Like this? Can you hear me, Mizunaishi? Loud and clear. Whoa, pretty convenient. Anyway, as I'm sure you've seen by now, Lily's got a little Itoma bug just like you do. Yes, actually, hers is bouncing on my knee just now. Or hers was bouncing on my knee just now. It seems fully sentient. On a side note, the spider legs attached to your thigh are a bug too, right? Oh, you meant these dangly things? Yes. I realized right away that the dangly legs were a sign that something was off with the game. Sheena, would you mind not saying dangly so much? Is something the matter? For my sake, please. Okay. Anyways, we can leave the legs alone for now. It doesn't seem like any of the others can see the bug fluttering right in front of them. Considering how much it moves, you'd think that Lily would have said something by now. Has she brought it up to you before? Maybe she's just unsure what it is. Has a mind of its own, after all. I bet she's just afraid of talking about it. Maybe not. Doesn't she look amused by it? Maybe. Who wouldn't laugh? It's so cute! We can't say for certain, though. No one else is looking at it. We shouldn't beat around the bush. Let's ask her directly. Right. Still, it's strange that no one else is reacting. Lily joined. Hey Lily, can you see this little bug? Don't tell me that you can see it too. Yes, actually, I've been able to see it this whole time. I can see it too. Sheena's has one that's similar, albeit purple instead of yellow. What a relief! I no longer have to pretend like it doesn't exist. Oh, sorry, it seems that mine has taken to you, Sheena. Hey, come back! This bug, as you call it, had suddenly appeared on my body. First as a weird bump, but over time it developed a mind of its own. I assume it's a physical manifestation of the Atoma itself. Oh, could you tell me a bit more about how it began acting on its own accord? Well, it wasn't. It was then that I had been falsely, or it was then that I'd been falsely accused and imprisoned for assassinating the queen. My guards were the only line to the my only line to the outside world. I was informed that scores of innocent people were mysteriously dying as a result of the Atoma Scourge, and many others disappeared. Oh, I recognize that term. The merchant from earlier mentioned the same thing to me. He said something about people disappearing like smoke. Yes, personally I believe those missing were abducted with some kind of dark evil magic. From what I was told, there are a handful of survivors from the event. They live in constant fear of the Atoma and the Maters. Yeah, whatever. No matter how badly I wanted to understand the plight of those that were affected, there was little that I could actually do. Eventually, the Kissa Atoma took to form in a painful bruise, and I believed that I too would soon succumb to the deadly curse. I just accepted my fate, and this one popped out. Piki-ki-ki-ki-ki! Bagoo! When I first met you, Sheena, I can imagine the surprise on my face when I noticed that you were carrying around an Atoma. Just like me. I wouldn't call it carrying around so much as it tends to follow me wherever I go. Piki-ki-ki! Bagoo! Huh? Are they playing with one another? Well, by the looks of things, it seems like they're sniffing each other out. Maybe they recognize each other as friends. Hee. That's one. The way it circles around the other, looks like they're having fun. How precious. Don't get too attached. At the end of the day, they're still connected to the Atoma. It's important to note the common thread in how the two of these Atoma bugs appeared. Seems to be periods of extreme stress. Find it likely that there might be others who have Atoma bugs, but that behave just as these two do. Lily, do you happen to know anyone else who possesses anything like these two? I don't. Ever since my escape, I've been doing my best to keep a low profile, so I haven't had much contact with anyone besides you two. Now that you mention it, Lily, you said that you were locked up in a heavily guarded prison, right? How were you able to escape? Well, the chaos sown by the Atoma Scourge diverted the attention of the kingdom's authorities to other more pressing matters. So after enough time had passed, one of the prison guards let me escape out of pity. Once I had gotten out, I took to wandering through the nearby town and saw others who bore the mark of the Atoma on them. Unfortunately, however, they were unable to control the Atoma and were subsequently devoured without a chance to get away. Sheena's Atoma tried to eat her when it first activated too. Which means it has the ability to eat people whole, whether or not it breaks off from its host. It's like a carnivorous virus. Lily, thank you so much for sharing that with me, or with us. I'm sorry if I'm reminding you of what must have been a difficult, painful memory. It's fine. These are desperate times. Each of us needs all the help we can get. Sharing our stories means being able to join in on the fight. I consider myself quite fortunate to have met the two of you. Piki-ki-ki! Bagoo! Bugu. I know, we can't call them buggies. What? Mr. Bear, Let's call these things buggies from now on. Atoma isn't cute at all. Boogoo! Or Boogoo! Hehe. It's kind of like a baby. Right? Are you okay with that, Mr. Bear? I don't care. Are they worth giving a nickname to? I understand that they're dangerous beings, but if we have to coexist with them anyways, I might as well find them cute. Do as you please, as long as you know that they are dangerous, I'm good. Anyway, your naming sense hasn't changed one bit. Thank you! That wasn't a compliment. Pee-kee-kee-kee! Hee-hee-hee-hee. Mizanashi, remember Lily's original design? I remember her hair being far more primp and blonde, a style befitting a queen. Oh yeah! Well, I don't remember the details for every single NPC we've made. Lily's current design is cute, but the fact that she's changed so much throws me off. Do you think this has something to do with the bugs? Probably. Maybe the assets for her character model got shifted or something? I should ask Lydia, our character designer. So Lily's an escaped convict and has joined our party. A far cry from her original plotline, huh? Well, obviously, regularities through World's Odyssey, like you and the Atoma, are expected by now, or to be expected by now. Given that the bugs haven't changed everything from new monsters to producing clones of Rook, strange NPC behaviors seem to be the most tame. I forgot which one hides everything. Remove window. Okay. Given the bugs have changed everything from new monsters to producing clones of Rook, strange MC behaviors almost seem tame. Irregularities? Would you mind not referring to me as a line of code? What was I meant to be? I don't know if I changed the folder I'm saving stuff in. I did not. And it won't let me change it while I'm recording. So I'll have to transfer everything over to the proper folder. Irregularities? Would you mind not referring to me as a line of code? What I meant was, you wanted to mention how particular that Rook and Lily are exhibiting changes that are aligned with their original programming, right? Although they are NPCs, you must remember that the Alice engine is powering the core of their decision-making process. This AI is like magic. Somehow they are able to make split-second decisions, thinking and reacting the same way, indistinguishable from humans. To some degree, they're as human as you or me. Yeah, judging from how they describe their thought patterns, this AI is scary complex. I must admit that the complications frighten me. Okay. I'm probably going to go ahead and end this here as I got a call. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take that call. So, I'm going to do a little bit more of this cutscene, and then we'll call it a video. Let's get a couple of screenshots for the thumbnail. What's going on here? We should have been able to reach the throne room through this hallway. The pathways seem to have been sealed off. Let's find another way. Okay. When your buggy is present, there's a 50% chance to trigger a support skill in battle. Additionally, when the amount of field bugs falls below 50%, you can press the touchpad to summon Atria Mizanashi. Okay, so we're gonna do just a tiny bit of gameplay because I know we have a rest spot over here. Or if a new
What's this?
cutscene starts, we will use that
What's
to
this?
save.
What's
The reason the
this?
game allows you to save. I forgot about the zoom. There we go. The reason the game allows you to save in cutscenes is because of the death ends. By activating the warp stone, you can teleport to other warp stones within the same area. They only activate if you investigate them, so be sure to check each one you find. We'll activate... No, we won't activate the warp stone. We'll do that next time. So if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and comment down below and share this video with your friends. And until next time, take care.